Oh, how are we? How are we all doing, guys? Happy Easter. You would have seen that I attended... Oh my God, I shouldn't be scratching my chin, should I? Oh, am I the only person that sits like this with a cushion? No, I quite like it, comfy. You would have seen that I attended fantastic tasting this week at the Whisky Exchange with Phil Thompson of the Thompson Bros fame. Really good tasting. It's hard to video tastings because you're in the moment, you're getting involved, you're chatting. Phil had great chat, great rants about the state of whiskey. The whiskey itself was fantastic. Everybody knows that I love the blends that they put out, their SRV5 and the blended sherry. Had some of that, had some fantastic, there was a Bunnahabhain, then there was a 31-year-old Islay, which I believe was Lafroig. That was great. And then we tried two of kind of, not new make, but 3-year-old cask whiskies that they had. One was very like a mezcal-y, tequila-y, white, kind of white spirity, and the other one was a little bit more refined and sweeter. Both really good to try. Good fun, went to the pub afterwards, had a couple of chats with some folk. Nice wee day. But you would have seen that I was getting a few people to do some A/B testing. Oh, hold the bus. That was my mistake. You're about to see it. You haven't seen it, you're about to see it. Enjoy. We've got blind taste test here. We've also got, so we've got, turn it on yourself if you want. Meet here. We've got Hamish. They're going to be the guinea pigs. They're going to try these. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to pour them, magic editing. There you go, done. So X is in the Cadenhead's glass, Y is in the Copenhagen. Now, do you want to go first? Yeah. Try X. What? And that's Y.
Okay. What are you actually wanting me to guess?
Just try them.
Specifically.
Just try them. Tell me which one you prefer.
Okay.
Alright, now try the next one.
Knowing some of the bottles you've bought recently, I'm wondering how generous you might have been here as well.
Now don't tell me what you prefer yet, right?
Right. I'm going to go for the lighter one first.
You're going Y first?
Yeah. I have a very strong smell. I think I know what this is.
Right.
But I might not. Right. This is Y.
This
in
is
the,
Y.
In the kiln.
Yep.
I might have not had a dram in a week. Which sounds like
Perfect.
a long time.
That's exactly what we need. Fresh nose, taste. Okay, now I'm going to come back to you, Pete. Did you prefer Y or X?
I preferred X.
Prefer the X, okay.
Y had a bit of burn.
Y had a bit of burn.
Y.
You preferred Y?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what they were.
They're the same.
X.
Yeah.
Right. Now on to Y. Y. Okay.
X, right?
This is X.
It smells very fruity. Is that a sherry cask? Quite light.
Light?
I'm assuming second fill, refill sherry, I'm thinking.
Recycled water.
Feels
thinner though. I don't think the ABV is a little lower than.
I'm saying nothing until you've done both. You've picked a
I
winner.
feel like that's a lower ABV. Without even tasting this, that's just where my head's at with it. Again, quite fruity still, but not as rich in sherry characteristics.
Not as rich as sherry.
I think it's still sherry.
How's the ABV?
ABV. I think that's a higher ABV than this one. This is Y, isn't it? I think Y is a higher ABV.
But of the two, X and Y,
which do I prefer?
What would you prefer to drink?
I'd still go for X.
X?
Just purely because I love the richest of the sherry characteristics. Unless I'm an idiot.
X. No, there's no wrong answer. It's just perfect.
Wonderful.
There was X and Y. Now, X is up in the house, so Y was in my bag. And I would say of the percentage split, I think if we watched the video back, and there was a few people that did it off camera, because some people don't like having a camera on their face. Of the split of people, it was roughly about 65-35% preferred Y. Now, it doesn't really shock me because X was Naked Grouse, which is fine, a nice sherry blend whiskey. I was going to do it with the Thompson Bros one, but to be honest, that would have won because it's such a good sherry blend. So I'm going to pour Y. I've not tried Y yet myself properly. I had a wee sip, but I'm going to pour Y. Why not? Into the glass. And I'm going to tell you, it's a sherry whiskey, sherry finish. It's sherry on the nose, but there's something else going on in there. There's a sweetness, but not a sherry sweetness, like a fruity sweetness. Like a red fruit. The alcohol's there. I get the alcohol. I don't know how old this is, but front loaded, sherry on the palate, light sweet, and then there's this horrible aftertaste for me. I just can't get on board with. Some people liked it. I did. Nah, it's very tannic, like peppery. Do I enjoy it? Honestly, no. I preferred the Naked Grouse, which is really easy to drink. What I wanted to do though was I wanted to do this, and then I also wanted to pour myself for the first tasting I've had of it, of the Dalmore, that I opened the other week. So I'd given some samples out to a few folk as a thank you. A wee reward, not a reward, but it's a nice wee gesture. Dalmore's always good once it's been opened for a while, I find. So it's been, what, a week since I opened this. So we're going to go in and we'll see. Now this is obviously sherry cask, this is a PX cask. We're going to have a wee, table you wobbly. Palate cleanser. Christ, I can't even remember which one I pulled. Must be this. Aye, it's this one. Nice colour. Oh. Light on the nose. Still got still for me there's a grassiness. Not vegetal, but it's a lowland, isn't it? Definitely lowland. It's that lowland character. I was worried about the PX because the PX can be used a lot of the time just to mask crap spirit, and the Dalmore's not crap spirit, but it can also overpower. I had the Springbank sherry release that they did online a couple of years ago, and that was sherry. It just overpowered the spirit. I know that the new PX that they brought out is a bit better. If anybody knows any bottles of it that aren't 700 quid, let me know. Immediately, the mouthfeel. So I never mentioned the mouthfeel in another one. This is rich. It's luxurious. It's like, what's the way I could describe it? Like licking a leather-bound book. That kind of texture to it. Whereas this, it's just quite thin. And I'm not one for legs on glasses and that, but this is quite. There's quite a lot of legs on that one. Weirdly. Leaving it in the glass a wee while, I'm getting more, almost like bourbon sweetness, like a cherry cola bottle type vibe. This, percentage-wise, this is 57.7, so it's punchy. You've got the barrel character coming through, a little bit of, there's that cherry cola, kind of charcoaly almost, but with it being a PX, the dessert kind of characteristics of PX, which is very syrupy and sweet, it's there, but it's swishing about with the spirit. It's no dominating it. For me, that's what sherry should be. There's a hint of a dry finish, a hint, but not the usual kind of scrape your tongue, dry as the Sahara, like that finish. It's really good. Like, that's how you do sherry casks, in my opinion. Yes, everybody loves, I've got that Benrinnes, which is as dark as they come, like pure sherry, and I'm sure that's going to, I've not tried that yet, I'm sure that's going to be really fruit forward, like sherry forward, but that, and Daphne gets better over time, so I'm really excited to like delve into that. But now I'll go back to why. The question on everybody's lips, why? Oh. So on the nose now, it just smells cheap. It smells like an imitation. I get like a, almost pomegranate. Like that kind of fruity, you know, that pom drink. There's nothing to it. It's so thin. Now, look, each to their own. This whiskey cost me £52 for the bottle. And I'll show you why it cost me £52. I'll show you what it was. It is, so this is non-chill filtered, which is kind of shocks me a little bit, because the mouthfeel's not there. It's natural colour, and this was voted the world's best single malt last week, and that's why I picked it up, because I've had milk and honey stuff before, and it's no agreed with me, and it's too sweet, and weirdly I think it was a pomegranate cask finish. Now on this, it's like dominant rich red fruit notes covered by gentle oak, caramel scent and lemon freshness. Palate medium bodied. I don't find medium body at all. Fruity sherry sweetness, rich fruits, dark chocolate followed by gentle oak notes. No. The difference in the two is not stunning or not shockingly different. You would know. But I bought it because when I saw it win, and I thought, right, you know what? It'll be good content. We'll try it, we'll do a tasting. But then I thought, you know what would be funnier? If I get it and I just give it to people blind. And the only reason I picked the Naked Grouse was, as I said, I don't have huge amounts of comparable bottles to this, and that this is kind of like a core range release. Obviously, I'm not comparing it to Daphne, like, no. But the the Naked Grouse was probably the most comparable one. I could have done the Thompsons. I knew the Thompson brothers would shit over this because it's good. It's really good, and I'm shocked. I'd love to know how the judges got to this being the best single malt in the world. It's not bad, but it's not great. And the funny thing was, I bought it. When I saw it, I saw the tweet that they'd won, and I was like, wow. Fair play. I'm not bashing Milk and Honey by any means, but I think from an expectation point of view of award winning, it's not there. The fact that people were picking Naked Grouse over this, I thought maybe one or two would, but quite a few did, because there's just something not off, but I don't want to say funky, but there's just something that's not quite hitting it for me. So Milk and Honey Element Single Malt Whisky Sherry Cask, the best malt whisky in the world. Just not my cup of tea at all. Oh, hello Alfie, you coming up? Hi. Hi. You want to come up? Come here. Come here. Hi. Hiya, buddy. Yeah, you been a good boy? You say hello? No, he's away. What do you think, Alfie? Milk and Honey? Good? He's kind of interrupted my flow here, but I don't think anything's really changed in that. I was shocked, and I don't understand it. I don't believe that there's anything underhanded about it. And awards, you always take them with a pinch of salt. Please let me know in the comments if you've had it, if you've enjoyed it. Because there will be people that love it. It's subjective. Whiskey's subjective. We always say that, like the tasting notes. One person loves this, one person loves that. I just don't understand how they landed on that as the best single malt in the world. There's a million other malts out there. And it's nothing to do with it being Israeli or that. Great that they're making great whiskey. It ages quicker there. There's no age statement on it from what I can see. We know it'll be over 3 years old, but is there anything on the box? Made in Tel Aviv. No. I'll have a wee look, because I wanted a proper review of it, but for me it was shocking for that to win. As I said, no harm to the Milk and Honey guys. Well done. Enjoy your award. Kudos to you for winning it. I just don't. Just not for me. But anyway, on that note, that Easter bombshell, I am going to finish my beer. I'm going to pour a bit more of that Daphne into my glass, and then I'm going to go and sit up in the house and chill out. There'll be another video coming sooner than later. As you can see, not only do we have the Daphne, but we also have some other newbies. By the way, thank you so much. I got given this. The Holyrood Distillery. It wasn't videoing, but in my last video, the Wild Turkey rep was given a few bottles of it by the guys from Holyrood, and he just said to me, here, do you want one? So I'm excited to try this, which is Brewers X Distiller's Yeast. So 2 different yeast strains, pot still distiller's malt. It is 60% volume. Interesting stuff. I'll do a wee bit of research into that. And then obviously I got the Springbank from the Springbank tasting. I've got a nice Lecheg bourbon cask here, 12 years from the Golden Cask Company. And then I have the Loch Lomond single cask for the Whisky Exchange, which I believe the guys on Dram Face and that were raving about it. I know Roy at Aquavitae, he loves it. I believe it's a Chardonnay yeast. I tried the sample. I was getting into the sample and the sample was done. When am I down? My pet hates about samples as they finish too quick. So I'm going to do we'll do something soon with that. And I hope you enjoy your Easter break. I hope you're enjoying Passover, if it's affecting you, and I know that you're not allowed to, I don't think you're allowed any whiskey, are you, during this period? And also, have a nice break. I'm kind of distracted by Alfie. So cheers. Like, subscribe, comment, all the above. And The subscriber rate keeps going up, guys. Welcome. Don't expect anything spectacular all the time. Sometimes it's just me sitting here having a pint. But it is what it is. Right, cheerio. Right, you. Disrupting this. Bloody. Trying to make movie magic here. It's naked grouse.
Okay.
Right? The grouse, naked
I thought
grouse,
it was
sherry.
sweet. Yeah, I thought monkey shoulder, but
And why? It's the world's best single malt. Milk and honey, sherry elements.
it's not bad. It's actually okay.
It's definitely not the world's best.
It's definitely the world's best. I thought it was Glenfiddich 12, with maybe a bit of sherry added, which is maybe harsh, but that's what I thought.
There you go. I preferred the grouse, mate.
Yeah.
Much nicer.